So, Tucker Carlson went grocery shopping while he was in Moscow, and I'm just gonna take a guess of what I'm about to see. I'm about to see full access to everything in the store. Nothing's gonna be locked behind cases. Um, the prices are gonna be decent, if not cheap. It's gonna be clean in there. You're not gonna see anybody stealing anything. You're not gonna see any trash anywhere. You're not gonna see uh, homeless people. You're not gonna see people using drugs. So let's check it out.
So a long-standing feature, maybe the longest-standing feature of Cold War propaganda in the West was the Soviet grocery store. No products, no choices, shoddily made things, and it wasn't actually propaganda, it was real. And you can look up the pictures on the internet if you want. So we thought it would be interesting to take a look at a contemporary, modern-day, 2024 Russian grocery store 2 years into sanctions. Here we go. All right, there we go. So I guess you put in 10 rubles here and you get it back.
Yeah, it's like Aldi.
When you put the cart back. So it's free, but there's an incentive to return it and not just bring it to your homeless encampment. Okay, this is the grocery cart escalator. This is designed, I'm figuring this out now, where the wheels don't move, they lock on the grocery cart escalator. Look, Ma, no hands.
Those are some
Retail
crazy.
placement here is a little bit different.
Those are some crazy looking wheels.
It's like walking through Macy's to get to Whole Foods. Okay, we've gotten through the perfume section to get to the grocery store. So we're gonna try and buy what a family of 4 would buy every week, and we're gonna see what the selection is, and we're gonna see what it costs. Now, Russia is famous for its bread, which is one thing I can assess pretty well. The low-carb lifestyle has not swept Russia. Thank heaven, because I mean, look at that. It's fresh, too. Look at that. Oh, come on. Unicorn and mini mills. All right.
Ooh. Let's see. Got a box of cereal, 2 boxes of cereal. What was that? 2 different meats. That's got to be like $30 right here. 30. See, these would be like $4 each. So let's just call it 40. Got some fresh, like, was that a squash? That's probably like $3. I'd say he's probably got about. Ooh, he's got milk up here, so that's got 2 of them, so that's $10. He's probably got about $100 worth of groceries in here so far.
Some kind of Russian wheat cookies. Ooh, we need coffee, don't we? I don't know if this is sugar or flour, to be honest with you, but it looks like a staple, so we should get it. It's a very good-looking package. It's got to be flour, right? And this is Russian wine. It's from Crimea, which not only has the warm water naval base, but also
the wine
source of
that throws a curveball in things, because who knows how much that wine costs. I'll just say that wine costs $15. I'm doing this by American money. I'm not saying how much it's going to cost in Russia. But if it's close to what I'm saying, then damn. I guess Tucker's wrong. I don't think so. I'm going to say that wine, we're at, let's say 110. Let's put it at 110.
of the grapes in this part of Russia for wine. So it's apparently pretty good.
I'm going cheap.
Cheese puffs. You check out of a grocery store and you've got gum, razor blades, and candy. Actually, they hide the razor blades because we steal them. But these are all seem to be Western products. Mars, Twix, Snickers, Milky Way, Bounty, Gillette, Paul's Cough Drops, Gillette.
Notice how they're just in these packages so people just can't steal them out of the packages. In America, they wouldn't care. They would just take the whole box. They would take that display case thing. and nothing would happen.
Paul's cough drops, Mentos. It's pretty non-sanctioned to me, but what do I know? I went from amused to legitimately angry. So we were guessing what this would cost. Everybody here's from the United States, buys groceries, and
150, 140. Let's say 140.
and we didn't pay any attention to
Let's
cost.
be
We
safe.
were just putting in the cart what we would actually eat over a week. And we all came in around 400 bucks, about 400 bucks. It was $104 US here. And that's when you start to realize that ideology maybe doesn't matter as much as you thought, corruption. If you take people's standard of living and you tank it through filth and crime and inflation, and they literally can't buy the groceries they want, at that point, maybe it matters less what you say or whether you're a good person or a bad person. You're wrecking people's lives in their country, and that's what our leaders have done to us. And coming to a Russian grocery store, the heart of evil, and seeing what things cost and how people live, it will radicalize
There's a Christmas
you
tree.
against our leaders. That's how I feel anyway, radicalized. We're not making any of this up, by the way, at all.
You're not going to see a Christmas tree like that in a public grocery store in the United States because it's offensive. Yeah, well, I mean, I was going cheap with the 140. $400, I don't know. I don't live in a city, so my groceries are a little bit cheaper, I guess. Yeah. $100 for all of that. I wish that I could get all that for $100. I'm gonna fill up 2 grocery bags, like 2 of the plastic, grocery. I'm gonna fill 2 of them up, and that's gonna be about $80 to $100. And then he went to a Subway also. Let's see, where was that? Right here.
Places where people gather, the places where they go to travel. You've got a lot of people in one place. It tells you a lot about the people. So with that in mind, we're standing in front of the Kievskaya metro station, and there's a train station next to it. Now, the metro station was built by Joseph Stalin 70 years ago. And the question is, how's it doing now, after 70 years? So we went into it to take a look, and what we found shocked us. Now, that's not an endorsement of Stalin, who was bad, obviously, nor is it an endorsement of the current president, Vladimir Putin. You may not like him either. But it doesn't change the reality of what we saw, or more precisely, didn't see. There's no graffiti, there's no filth, there are no foul smells, there are no bums or drug addicts or rapists or people waiting to push you onto the train tracks and kill you. No, it's perfectly clean and orderly. And how do you explain that? We're not even going to guess. That's not our job.
I'm gonna tell you how it happens. They lock up their criminals and charge them and keep them in jail. And they have people to actually clean up the streets and the cities and keep them clean.
We're only going to ask the question. And if your response is to shout at us slogans dumber than the slogans we used to call Soviet and mock, that's not really an answer. How does Russia, a country we're told is a gas station with nuclear weapons, have a subway station that normal people use to get to work and home every single day that's nicer than anything in our country? We're not going to speculate. We're just going to raise the question and wait for someone in charge to give us an answer. What is the answer? So we'll stop the lecture and let you take a look for yourself at what the Kievskaya metro station in Moscow, Russia looks like today, February 2024, in the middle of a war. Here it is.
And then I'm gonna show you what the American subways look like. That's pretty. I love how it's got that Christian architecture. Damn. Okay. That looks like something Russia would have. I'm gonna turn this down. Just a little bit. I really like Soviet art and Soviet architecture. I'm a big fan of classic Soviet cartoons. Russia's really nice, and I bet the people are really nice. But I wouldn't live there unless this country was actually on fire. Or, you know, there was nowhere safe for me to live. I'd probably go to Russia if that was the case, but there's nothing that's gonna keep me. Check this dude out. Straight up. Smoking crack right in front of everybody. Nobody's gonna do nothing.
New York, New York, New York.
I wouldn't just be sitting there. I'd be getting up and leaving. I wouldn't be near that guy. Or I'd be beating the shit out of him. Why are people not beating this guy? And detaining him in, like, citizen's arrest. Come on, man. In Russia, that guy would have been beat down and arrested. It's not that hard to figure it out, man. It's not that hard to figure out how to fix things. Just arrest people that are committing crimes. Hey, that description down there, that drop down the arrow thing, click that, go down in that description and look at all the goodies I have in there. You won't regret it.